Hi guys, welcome back to another video. So we are on version 12.5 for the FSD. This is my second video with the version 12.5. So in my first video we did some initial impressions, but in this video we'll try to do some detailed testing. If you are new here, my channel is all about cinematography, technology, photography and stuff of that nature. I also cover FSD in detail, so do check some other videos out. I am currently using my Model S Plaid, and my FSD setting, if I can quickly show you, are gonna be on assertive, and then my automatic set speed offset is gonna be on, and for my pedal I'm on the Plaid. So these are the most aggressive settings for the FSD. Let's put some directions and let's start driving with the FSD and see what is this new update all about. Okay guys, so I put my camera on and let's see. I'm gonna put some directions in and let's hit FSD. So let's start. So there is a camera here. I don't know if you guys can see here, but like there's a camera here which is looking at your attentions while you're driving. So based on this, it's gonna determine how many times you're gonna be nagged or like getting the warnings on the dash to touch the yoke. So I'll try to pay my full attention towards the road and see if it's gonna notify us, or like, you know, any nags are gonna come up. That's the first thing we're gonna test. And also I'll try to put some glasses on and see what happens when I wear the glasses, because I think when you wear the glasses the system don't work as good. So we'll try to test all of these, and also we'll be going over like some of the speed bumps, some of the other things that we test normally with all these versions. So as you can see, we are approaching a speed bump and it's slowing down very naturally. It's slowing down and going over perfectly fine, no issues with that.
Now turn left onto Eastwood Drive.
And now we are approaching a hard left turn after the stop sign. We'll also observe how long it's going to take on the stop sign. Okay, so it's coming to a full stop and now it's moving forward and then making a turn. So no issues with that at all. So far so good. We are approaching another speed bump. So look at the speed. Right now we are at 24-ish, and let's see how much speed. Okay, so it's coming to a, okay, so look at this. It basically went down to 9 miles per hour, gradually slowed down and really did a great job. Let me fix my camera. I think it's fine. Yeah, I think it's fine.
Now turn left onto Cooper Road.
Okay, so we're approaching another hard left turn. This is a kind of a busy road, so if it's, yeah, as you can see, a lot of traffic coming from both sides, so it's creeping forward as pretty much what I would do. Okay, there's a car coming from the right side and the left side, so it crept forward and then stopped. So okay, and I'm paying attention to, just in case, full self-driving being degraded. I don't know why I'm getting a message that full self-driving has been degraded due to poor weather. There's no weather issues right now. There's not rain or anything like that. Anyways, I may have to clean my cameras, but it is what it is. So it made the left turn without a problem. Let me disengage FSD for a second. Let's see if the warning stays. Yeah, it's still showing me a warning for some reason that poor weather detected. I don't know why it's happening. Anyways, we'll try to test it and see what happens, right? So okay, it's driving fine, no issues with that.
Now turn right onto Crescent Gibbsboro Road.
Sometimes there are glitches with the software updates too, so it might be one of those things, but as far as the weather and the visibility is concerned, it's perfectly fine right now. And there's also a green sign here. I think one of you commented that this green sign next to the FSD or the yoke, means that the active the camera that is basically here is looking at while you're paying attention or not, and that's gonna determine if you're gonna get any nags or warnings. So this weather warning is gone now. I don't know if it might be some kind of glitch or something, but it's completely gone. There's no errors or warnings here now. Okay. I try to keep these videos uncut as well on purpose, just to make sure that you guys can see exactly what is going on. And you know, I try to, you know, show you exactly what I'm seeing. So far, as you can see, there's no errors and the drive has been perfect. Very smooth, and you know, I definitely feel that it's a little bit better than the last version, which was the 12.3.6. So just to let you guys know, I know there was a 12.4 version too, but I didn't get that. So from 12.3.6 I basically jumped onto 12.5 directly. And in all of my FSD videos, I always encourage you guys to pay attention completely when you're driving. And if you think the FSD is coming up to a tricky situation or something which you think that it's not going to be able to handle, don't take a chance, just take over, right?
1,000 feet, turn right onto Crescent Road.
So we are approaching a stop sign, and from there we will be taking some more windy kind of roads, and we'll see what happens.
Now turn right onto Crescent Road.
So now I think from this stop sign we have to go in the middle lane, because the extreme right lane is for right turn only. The middle lane is for going straight. In this case today we are going straight, and let's see. Oh, so it braked because the car was coming from the left side. Okay, anyways, as you can see, FSD is not in the right lane. We have to go straight, and this is actually stopped in the lane which is only for turning right. So with all of the FSD versions from version 11 something to this 12.5, this issue has not been resolved. It's always a problem anytime I come on this side. You know, even if I'm gonna be turning left, right, it should be in the middle lane to make a left, right? Or like to go straight as well, right? So in this case it's just staying here. I don't know if you can see it on the camera here. It's a right only lane. Anyways, so that is something which I wanted to point out, which is still an issue with this version of FSD as well. Okay, so let's go. People are honking at me, as you can see, because we were in the right lane and we're not supposed to go straight from there. Anyways, something that you know, I sent a feedback on to Tesla a few times as well. This particular scenario has not been fixed. And the other thing that I've noticed so far, there's still no pothole detection. So you have to take over if you are, you know, driving and you see any pothole. The FSD is not going to detect that, so you have to take over. But other than that, if we keep these two things on the side for now, you know, there are no warnings for like warnings to touch the yoke or some nag, you know, so nothing of that is happening for now. As I mentioned, right, there's a active monitoring now, and when you start using the FSD, you'll probably see some, you know, warnings here too, or some, you know, messages here too about that. And then this green sign also indicates that it's active monitoring that's been enabled. So we are at a stop sign. We stopped, which is fine. There's a car coming from the right, and now we should be going and we should be fine. Perfect. So this is a new route that I started like testing the FSD on. So it's a mixture of the new route and you know, the old route that I used to test. But I just try to keep these things consistent to see what has changed, and you know, I can actually then determine, like, you know, within the previous versions of the FSD versus now, if there's any improvement or things have, you know, gone even worse. Anyways, so guys, I know you guys watch these videos, I get a lot of views on these, but I also request you guys to consider subscribing. I make these videos for you guys so that you can get the first-hand knowledge about the FSD and how things are working. You know, so if you subscribe, it goes a long way, and you basically will be getting a lot of updates in the future as well. I make more than FSD videos, so it's gonna be really, you know, helpful for me if you guys subscribe, so that we can get a wider reach and also grow this small channel. So far so good. Now with automatic off speed, set off speed, like I also noticed that it's staying or doing a better job in determining what is the best speed it should follow. Although there are speed limits everywhere, and like you will see the speed limit sign here, but within the previous version 12.3.6, let's say if you are in a 25-mile zone, it would go 40 and would disregard that, because if the cars, you know, are going with that speed, it would also try to go with the same speed, which was not the right move. But I don't think that's a problem in this version. It is I think pretty much doing a good job now, although there's a car in front of me. But you know, once we get to a clear road, or like somewhere where we can demonstrate that, we will also see what it is doing right in that case. So we're gonna be making our right turn from here, from this light. And as you can see, no warning so far, right? I'm just paying attention, and I didn't get any warning whatsoever to touch the yoke or do anything of that nature. So that's a big plus.
Now turn right onto Todd Lake Road.
Okay, so we'll just the other guy just braked in front of me, so I just want to make sure that I'm doing the right thing. But FSD did perfectly fine here, nothing to worry about. Okay, so this is a 45-mile zone, and let's see how much above 45 we're gonna go. We are currently at 48. I just got a little bit of a message here, but then it disappeared, right? I didn't touch anything though. Okay, let me also put on my glasses and let's see what happens. Not like the for vision, just the sunglasses, so it's gonna cover my eyes, as you can see. I don't know if you can see it. Okay, so let's see what happens. So I'm wearing my glasses now. Attention monitoring unavailable. Sunglasses use detected. So now I'm wearing sunglasses. I should be getting warnings to touch the yoke, you know, regularly. So let's see how long we can go before we get our first warning. Still nothing. Approaching the stoplight. This is a 45-mile road speed limit here, so we can also test how far it's gonna, I mean how fast this thing is gonna go above the speed limit. Okay. Okay, so you can see apply slide turning force to, and then it's asking me to touch the yoke. I did that. Let me take my glasses off and let's see what happens. Okay, my glasses are off now. Attention monitoring active. So now it's monitoring again using this camera, because it was like keeping an eye on my eyes. Now my eyes are not covered with the glasses, sunglasses, so we should not be getting any more warnings on the yoke or like to touch the yoke. Pretty interesting. And now also see it's going at 46 miles per hour. 45 is the speed limit here. Sorry, it's 40 the speed limit here. I can see it here, but it's still fine, right? So 45 is the speed right now, and I think it's pretty much reasonable now. It's not going 10 miles over the speed limit, which was, you know, calling for trouble, right? So I picked this route because there are very scenic kind of roads here and windy kind of roads. So we are doing going through these kind of traffic and then going through neighborhoods as well, and it's a mix of both. So you know, a lot of challenging situations for the FSD. Okay, so okay.
In 500 feet, bear left onto Fairview.
So guys, it seems like you can just go the whole route without touching the yoke if you're not wearing sunglasses. I don't think it's gonna block you or do anything or like give you any warnings or anything. Okay, 35 is the speed limit, and we are going at 32. And these are the most aggressive settings on the FSD, so it's doing really, really good. Still 35, and I do see a sign for 25, but that's for when children are present. So 35 is still fine. I did post a video about my 6-month review for Model S Plaid. It's on the channel up now. You guys can have a look. I'll leave the link as well towards the end of this video for that video, and I'll also leave the link for my first drive with the FSD 12.5. Guys, as I said earlier too, really appreciate if you subscribe. It really helps the channel grow and, like, you know, reach to a wider audience as I try to make regular content for you guys. Oh, I just wanted to take over for a second because I saw a deer, but you know, it did nothing. Just stayed there. So you know, there are a lot of deers here in this area. That's the only thing I worry when I'm driving this car or my other car. It could come out of nowhere. The address for the place I put in, it's gonna be closed today, but I just put it in for our, you know, drive. So we still have almost like 2 miles to go, I think. But as you noticed, or you may have noticed, like, I think you can just go all the way without getting any warnings if you're paying attention. And I'm really impressed with the speed limit control now on the automatic speed offset. So the car is basically determining the speed on its own.
Turn left onto Jackson Road.
It used to be, as I mentioned, way over the speed limit before. Not anymore, and we are on the most aggressive FSD settings. So we do have a turn coming up. Another deer right here. I don't know if you saw it, but there are a lot of them here. Okay. Approaching a 4-way stop sign. Perfect. Really good, guys. I am really impressed with the FSD 12.5. What do you guys think about it? Please feel free to leave your comments in the comment section down below. I try to reply to every single comment. Just keep it, respectful, and I respect your opinion. So, whether it's good or bad, about the FSD itself, or I should say supervised FSD, because I heard a lot of feedback on that too, that it's not full self-driving. Some people think it's just supervised full self-driving, which it is now marketed as. But when initially full self-driving concept was brought up, it was more that the car will be driving on its own without any intervention, but which I think is happening now. Technically, you would have been paying attention anyways. I think if the car is driving completely by itself without any these things. But I think it came to a point where this technology is really, really good now, as compared to when we were on the 11 stack and even the earlier version of the 12. Between 11 to 12 stack, there was a big difference, and now I'm seeing a big difference between 12.3.6 and the 12.5. So a lot of good things here. There's always room for improvement, and there will be always feedback, as you've noticed during the start of the video. Some things are still not fixed, which is fine, but 95% of the time this thing works great, right? Other 5%, I think as long as you're paying attention, you should be okay. Nice sunny day out here today. .35 is the speed limit, and we're going at 37. I wouldn't mind if it's going at 40. 5 miles over the speed limit is fine. But I think they are just following a conservative kind of approach now, which is fine.
In 1,000 feet, turn right onto Stokes Road.
Okay, so our right turn is coming up.
Now turn right onto Stokes Road.
So guys, I have to turn right here, and then that's the address that I put on. So just to recap what everything we have covered, there are no warnings now as long as you are paying attention, because now there's a attention monitoring system that is built into the FSD 12.5, and it's gonna work as long as you're not wearing the sunglasses. If you wear sunglasses, then you're gonna start getting the messages like you used to get in the past, where you have to touch the yoke again and again. There are still some things which need to be improved. As I mentioned, there's no pothole detection still. Again, but other than that, I think this has come a very, very long way. This is really, really good now, and it works perfectly fine. Look at this. So
feet, turn sharp
it's
left
perfectly working fine. I'm still not doing much. It brought me to the, let me just take over from here. It brought me to the address that I put in, and we don't have any problems at all. So that's it for today's video, guys. Please consider subscribing, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. Take care, goodbye, stay safe.